All right, I'm gonna show you 3 ways to apply dart stroke, okay? So dart stroke is really effective. I'll show it from 3 different scenarios, okay? So from top, when the person is attacking heel hook, and also from the bottom, all right? While you're defending the side control, okay? All right, so come here, JP, please. First one, we're gonna start here with the opponent's turtle position. We're gonna be on turtle position, and I'll be on the headlock position. You know, a lot of times when your opponent's here, he's gonna try to stand up, he's gonna try to escape. If you keep the knees on the floor, elbows on the floor like this, he's very passive, right? Very passive here. So if I get here, like I can do pretty much whatever I want, okay? There's not much attacks that he can do when he's here, okay? But at the moment that he stand up, he's like taking the knees off the mat, taking the hands, the elbows off the mat too, be like this. Yeah, when he's like this, now he's more active here. He can go for like duck unders, he can go for knee taps, single legs, he can't attack me more, okay? And even if I try to go and run to his back, he can open one of his arms, get the single leg and double leg, right? He's gonna be more active here, right? And even if I go to his back here right now, like he's like taller, right? It's gonna be harder for me to reach his back. Maybe I'm gonna try to jump for his back and then I can fall and then he can end up being on top of me, okay? But when he's like this, everything is so easy, right? It's much easier for me. So usually, especially when you get the headlock, your opponent will do this, okay? So you can get the chin strap like this, okay? You see like how I'm holding his chin with my right arm around his neck, okay? I go like this. With the other hand, I go over his arm here, like I grab head and arm, okay? We call head and arm guillotine. But when I do this, I feel like when I get here, stand up, he's gonna stand up, I need to take my knees off the mat, okay, like this, so I can have my weight on him, okay, over my shoulder, okay? And also if you try to attack me here, I can sprawl right away, okay, if you try to touch my legs. Plus, with my knees off the mat, I have better speed, okay? If I have my knees on the floor, I'm slow, okay? So I stand up here. So when I grab head and arm, it's a good way for you to control the guillotine, right? So you're gonna grab the head right here, and you're gonna control with 2 fingers on the wrist and 2 fingers on your hand, like this. So between the middle finger and this finger here, you're gonna control like this, right under the joint of your wrist, okay? So you don't grab your hand only, because I feel like it moves a lot. You don't grab just your wrist too, okay? I cover my hand like this, but I keep my fingers on the wrist, 2 fingers on the wrist, 2 fingers on the hand, okay, like this. And I close my elbows. But when I got here, you see that his arm is still open, right? And a lot of times he can post his arm on my hip, okay? Especially this arm here. And when I try to go for guillotine, he can hop over my leg, okay? Passing my guard. Like he's gonna hop over my leg like this, and then end up passing my guard. So I like to get the dart stroke here, but what I do, I'm gonna bring the hand that's holding his chin outside here, okay? I'm gonna put my thumb right under his armpit, okay? So you guys can see here. So I was here, I go like this. And now I'm gonna change my hand. You see, like this hand that was on top, my left hand, goes under the hand that was on the chin, okay? So I go like this. So I'm here, then I change like this. See? That's the first transition. Now with this grip, I can slide my wrist a little bit closer to his tricep, like right in the middle of his arm here. Not only on his armpit. If I keep my wrist on his armpit, close your elbow towards your body. You see? It's hard for me. So when I go with the wrist right in the middle of his tricep, I can bring his bicep against his face, like this, okay? And at the end of the day, the dart choke or anaconda choke is a triangle with your arm, okay? You're gonna use it, it's the triangle with your arms. You're gonna do the triangle using your arms, okay? The triangles with my legs like this, with my arm, it's like this, same thing, right? So you go with your hand right on the joint of the elbow here, and then you close like this, just like a rear naked choke. It's a triangle. Same thing you do with the legs. On the triangle, right, more he gets the bicep and shoulder away from his face, harder for me to close the triangle. Look. If I'm here and you keep the arm like far like this, I can't lock the triangle. Now when you touch his biceps against his face, touch your bicep against your face, like this, look how easy it is for me to lock the triangle. See? So it's same with the Darce choke or anaconda choke, okay? If I keep his arm far from his face, it's gonna be hard for me to lock the triangle, okay? So first I need to make sure I do this, okay? And a lot of times when people teach the triangle, they say, all right, cross the arm to lock the triangle, right? So you learn like this. So you got here, you shoot a triangle, boom, right? You got it right there. Now, oh, cross the arm, and now lock the triangle. It's not crossing the arm. What you want to do is to touch the bicep of your opponent against his face. That's what you need, okay? You don't need to cross the arm. But, oh, I can do that only crossing his arm. No. For example, I'm here. The best way for me to close the triangle, I like to do this. I underhook his arm, okay? Control my shin here. Now I bring his arm against his face. Look, now, so easy for me to lock, okay? Try to open your elbow, it's hard, okay? So now I can lock. So the same thing you're gonna do here. So when you get here, at first, you're gonna grab the hand like this, okay? And now you're gonna bring his bicep against his face. Now you're gonna roll as an alligator, okay? My head goes inside, I roll, and I'm gonna stop here. Once I stop here, I'm gonna bring my inner thigh over his tricep here, okay? Why? Because I wanna maintain his bicep against his face, so I can have a really easy triangle, arm triangle, or anaconda, or we call it Darce here. But this is the anaconda, okay? I go for the anaconda here. Now I squeeze, shrug, and I walk with my legs towards his body because I want to squeeze his head, his neck against my forearm that's on his neck, okay? And I make it tight, okay? Again. This is the anaconda, okay? First we're gonna do anaconda. Step one, no fall. Step one, step two, step three, block the arm. Step four, get the anaconda. Now once you're here, close your elbow towards your body. So hard for him to close your elbow towards your body. If you're here and you don't put the leg over, close your arm against your body. Like your elbow goes down this way, okay? Go. Like this. Look how hard it is for me to lock the triangle here. I cannot do the mata-leão, right? I cannot do this, right? So I need, every time when you hear he's blocking the arm, like put your arm down like this, I gotta do this. Catches his tricep, okay? Now I can lock. I need to catch his tricep to bring his bicep against his face. Now I lock, okay? So never try to do it when his arm is free like this. Make sure you put the top side of his arm between your legs first, like this. It's not the forearm, because the forearm is gonna put the elbow down still. It's on the upper side of his arm, okay? Tricep and bicep. Try to put your arms out, you can't. Now, you go for the anaconda. This is the anaconda, okay? Again. Step one, I'm chin strap. Step two, change my grip. Step four, bring his bicep against his face. Step five, I roll. Once I get here, step over and lock. Okay. Now the Darce choke. So I'm here. This happens a lot in the fight. The headlock, stand up like this. I'm gonna run a little bit to this side. And now I'm gonna loosen up. I'm gonna change my grip like this. See? So I was here, I go like this. I'm gonna loosen up and make sure my thumb is right on top of his neck. Now it's easy for me to grab my bicep here. Okay, and lock like this. So I'm here, I was here, I go like this. Walk towards the sign that's in, get right here, and then control. Once I control him, now I can start choking. I can lay down, and then I start squeezing my opponent and force it to down. Okay, sorry. All right, stand up. Okay, so step one, chin strap. Step two, I go for the Dars. Dars no, anaconda, sorry. Bicep against his face, roll. Control. Get the choke. Step, the second one. Look, I'm here. I go to the back. I keep this arm. My inner thigh goes right here. Okay. So it was here. I go like this, loosen up, and catch his arm. Now I get my knees on the floor and get the kind of like the Mata-Leão position, right? Get my bicep here. Now I'm gonna roll this way. I can roll all the way around and finish him here. Or I can get here, control, and just sit here. And then force him to back. What's gonna choke him on the second one is the forearm against his neck, okay? On the first one, it's the same thing, but it's very important to understand the difference between both. One, you're gonna lock to the side of the neck. The other one, you lock to the side of the arm, okay? If you have long limbs, that works really well for you, okay? Anaconda choke. I'll be looking this way, the same side of his arm. Dars choke, I'll look to the other side. To the Dars choke. And that's the difference. Okay, so I lock, and then I lay down here. If I like to roll, I can roll. And then end up here. Okay, if you want. It works both ways. Alright. Any question? Yes? No? Alright, so 1, 2, 3. Listen, pay attention on this. On the other side, I'm looking this way, and usually when I sprawl with the chin strap, that's how it happened at first. Then I link my hands, bring his bicep against his face. It's gonna be really hard for him to keep the hand on the floor. Keep your hand on the floor. And actually, look, I can use this to take him down. I'm gonna try to put his lat on the floor. Like this. I can take him down like that. And start attacking, okay? So just by doing this, it's gonna be super strong. Okay, once you get here, now you're gonna get the choke. Easy. The second one, you need to make sure like you change your grip. The hand that's on the neck goes like this. So I was here, I go like this. Okay? I will grab the same way I was grabbing on the Dars. On the Anaconda, sorry. Okay? I just grab like this. Here. Because I don't want the guillotine anymore. I want the Dars. So I'm just gonna shoot you. So make sure you bring as much arm, as much hand outside so you can grab a bicep. If you put like just a little bit of your hand, it's gonna be like, you know, super hard for you to lock. So just make sure you shoot the arm. So that's why you're not sliding your forearm on his neck. It's not like this. Sit down. Sit down. Sit up. Yes. So it's not like a rear naked choke, then we go like this. Right? So the rear neck choke, if you go like this, he's gonna block you with the chin. Okay? So that's why we go like this. Okay? But on the Dars here, the way we do the way we do here, because his chin is not on the way, you know, naturally I can open up the gap like this. See, it's like, I got like this. So I expose my hand as much as I can outside. I grab, now I gotta start sitting, and then I can roll, and I get on this position, sprawl and finish, or I can choke him from here. Just here. I don't need to roll. Super powerful choke, okay? Let's keep pressing. 1, 2, 3. Okay, our opponent did really well. He passed my guard. Boom, right? Go to the other side so they can see. Yeah, he passed my guard here. He got the side control, had an arm. very common position for your opponent to be after he passes the guard, okay? So you're here. So first thing you gotta do is this hand right here, you need to pass your hand to this side, okay? Turn around. So I'm here. I can do two ways. I can go with my hand like this, okay? Just by putting my hand inside. Or if it's really like putting a lot of pressure here, make sure you bridge first and then bring your elbow in. Now you're gonna circle your hand and then put your hand on this side. Once you do that, now you're gonna go with this hand here, okay? On this side, okay? You can try to frame his neck, but sometimes your opponent put a lot of pressure that you can't. So you're just gonna pass the bicep over his head, like on this side, okay? So now, the arm that's on the head goes down, and the arm that's on the lower back right here on his lat, on his side, is going up. It's actually close to his hip, okay? And up, okay? I can bridge too, look. If it's hard for me to just walk, I will bridge, and then I'll hit him with my bicep here up, and this hand goes down. At the same time, I'm walking, facing my belly towards his head. And what I want to do, let go. I want to keep his tricep on top of my belly here, see? But I don't want to give you space here because then he's going to put the arm on the other side and then I can't go for the darts. So the goal is to bring his face against his bicep, right? So that way I can lock the position easily. You see? So you walk with your belly towards his arm. So that way his bicep touches his face. Then you can finish it. Professor, I have a really short arm. It's hard for me to do it. So when you do it, okay, another way you can do is like this. Grab your hand first here. Okay, because once you do this, try to escape deeply. It's really hard for you to escape. I can't lock. Like let's say my hand is too short, my arms are too short. I can't lock. I use this to roll him over. And then I can try from here, or I'm gonna be on top of him if I can lock, okay? Worst case scenario, you can roll and end up on top of your opponent. Or, I like to use this escape here a lot to escape. Just like, get away. It's really good. Sometimes you know your opponent is cutting the knee here. And you know he's gonna pass. Especially when he hugs your head. Like this. And you have the knee cut, look. Put your hand here and let him pass. Now, you get the choke. So I make like a little trap for him. Oh, you wanna come? Come over. No, and then you just go. The only thing you can't do on this situation is keeping this arm here, that's on the head, under as well. Okay, if you do that, you're not gonna have the darts. See, you need to have your arm on this side. Okay? So make sure, lock your hands. When he's here, you go 1, 2. I don't like to go here first and then here after. Why? Because if I go here first, he's gonna choke me. See? Because there's nothing blocking him here. But at the moment that I do this one here first, go kata-kata. I'm blocking, and then I can bridge. And I can get the kata-kata. Dart choke. Okay? Alright? You guys got it? Alright, no questions. Let's go 1, 2, 3. Alright, now I'm going for a knee cut. And you know, sometimes your opponent reach the outside leg. He wants to do this, okay? In many times during the fight, he reach your outside leg like this, okay? Sometimes he's playing hooks guard here, like this. Let go. And I'm on top of him like this. And he's gonna reach the outside leg. And he wants to bring me close to him. And then he goes for the sankaku here, the honey hole, and then he starts attacking my legs, right? Or even when I go for a knee cut, he reaches the outside leg for scrambles. Once he does that, look, I go with my hand inside, and I get the darts here. Finish. Okay? Perfect spot for you to attack the darts. Right? Again, we're gonna do like this. Approach the knee cut. He's gonna reach the outside leg. I'm gonna catch the darts. Other side. It's the inside arm that goes around his neck, okay, under the arm. One, you reach the leg, and go here. If you're not able to finish him, right, sometimes it's gonna happen. I got here, he's gonna go there. When he feels the darts is coming, he's gonna let go of everything. And then you're gonna start like going too fast and gravel, or you're gonna avoid the leg entanglement, okay? The good thing is, when I get here, you see that his biceps against his face already? I just need to put my chest on top when I go here. So I make sure the bicep is against the face. So I bring that forearm to me and the bicep against him. Now I can easily lock, okay? Once I lock, I put this elbow on the floor. The elbow that's behind his head on the floor, and the other elbow, I'll take off the mat and I'll shrug this side. That's how I choke him. The hand that goes around the neck is the one that chokes your opponent, okay? Don't try to go both elbows off the mat or both elbows on the floor. The elbow that's behind the head is the one that you post on the floor. And actually this will give you a good balance and good pressure on him as well, okay? Step one, he check my leg, I go here. Elbow on the floor, finish. I can drop my knee on the floor too, or I can sprawl, just like a plank position, keep myself on 90 degrees, okay? And then shrug. Grab, 1, 2, elbow on the floor, shrug. Elbow and knee, you see I put my knee on the floor? Because if I keep here, I don't have the weight on him, I go here. Now if I want to keep my leg off the mat, my knees off the mat, I need to sprawl here, like this. Then I'll have the weight on my chest. More I keep his bicep against his face, better choke I'll have, okay? It's better triangle. More his arm is away from his face, harder for me to choke. Even if I have a long arm and I get that, and I keep his arm like this, I'm not gonna finish it. It's just like that bad triangle, right? Look, keep your elbow out. Look, it's gonna be hard. And because I have my weight on him, it's so hard for him to open his elbow. I'm gonna put my chest against his tricep, and then his bicep is touching his face right now. So I just need the palm of my hand outside here, okay? So that way I can catch my bicep. Once I do that, elbow on the floor. Elbow and knee on the floor together. And then shrug, okay? 1, 2, 3. Other side. 1, 2, 3. Okay? Just go for the bar stroke, okay? Let's go one. Oh, sorry.
Are you keep the leg or you step it on the time?
I like to keep the leg, okay, Peter? Because sometimes, like, if I pass, only if I need to score the points, okay? Let's say I'm down by 2 points. I need to pass to, let's say there's 10 seconds left. I know in 10 seconds probably it's not gonna tap, right? So I get here, he got here. I got here, I have 10 seconds left. Pass, just in case it doesn't tap, I'll score the 3 points, okay? But the best way for me is to keep the leg strapped. Why? Because when I pass, sometimes he's gonna align his body with my body like this. See, he goes away from me. And then that will take a little bit the pressure out of his neck, okay? So when I get here, he starts running away from me, I actually step over his leg like this. And then I fold my opponent, okay? Make sure I fold him, and then he can escape, and then he's gonna tap there, okay? All right, so, okay. No, I finish on top. I don't roll on this, okay? You mean like if I roll?
No, if you're here, you can go to the side.
Oh, like, you mean like when I get here? Like going like this? Yeah, I can, but he has a big chance to come up like this. And then I'll need to finish from here, okay? If I can be on top, I will stay on top, okay? If I can choke my opponent and keep myself on top, I'll be on top, because let's say I lose my endurance, I can't choke, I feel my grips like fading. Like if I lose the grips, I'm already on top of him, so I have no problem. On the other case, if I go on battle and I lose the grip, he has a great chance to escape and kind of like counter me with bad intentions. All right, let's go. 1, 2, 3.